Well, my name is Cooper Cornelius. I am 19 years old. I live in Glendon Springs, Colorado, which is about an hour and a half away from here. I grew up skiing at a little mountain called Sunlight, which is next to Glenwood. And then as I started to get a little older, I moved up to Aspen, and I skied there for 8 years. And then last year, I went to Vail and skied there for a year. And then this year, I made the ski team.
Where was your last race and how did you do?
My last race was actually in Aspen, Colorado. It was a slalom race. It was snowing, raining, and I didn't even do inspection. But the last minute, I was like, oh, last race of the year, I'm going to do it. And I ended up, my bid was like 60, and I got 15th first run. And then I ended up DNFing the second run. But that's kind of how it goes sometimes.
Where's your next race?
My next race will actually be here in Copper, doing the first GS race that we have here.
What is your pre-race routine?
I will make sure that when I get to the start, I will stretch and warm up. Usually I warm up to the point where I'm sweating, and then it depends on the venue, stuff like that, but I'll listen to music sometimes. I will be visualizing the course again and again as much as I can, and then I'll just get ready, make sure I'm on time.
All right, so is there something in your previous routine that you started a while ago but still do it now?
I would say music is one that I started like about 5 years ago, and I usually will listen to music before a race, just because it calms my nerves and allows me to focus.
Do you have a pre-race song that you like to listen to?
I do not. I'll have a genre depending on the venue and the event. So if it's downhill, maybe it's a little more like upbeat music, get a little more amped, and then slalom, I kind of need to just chill out a little bit and focus on my technique and stuff like that. So I won't get too amped for it, because usually I'll just blow out if I'm too antsy and stuff like that.
What do you eat before a race?
In the morning, I will try to eat a lot of carbs. Usually on the lift or right before my run, I'll have like shot blocks, or usually I just need to be fueled, because if you're not fueled, you can't perform at the top of your game. So.
What is your favorite discipline and why?
My favorite discipline is Super G, because it's the perfect mix between downhill and GS. I'm not quite big enough to be a downhiller. Usually guys who are a little bit heavier have the advantage, but Super G is kind of just the perfect in between, to where you can still rip off turns, but you have to hold your tuck and work on your gliding, stuff like that. So definitely Super G. Plus you get to go a little bit faster than GS.
When did you start racing?
I don't actually know the answer to that question. I know I started, you guys know what the Buddy Warner system is? Have you ever heard of that? It's kind of a West thing.
No.
Yeah.
I would say,
Do tell.
I'd say about 6 years old. I started pretty young. I started skiing at 2, so I was always, the mountain was 5 minutes from my house, so I would always be up there ripping around.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs. I have 2 dogs.
Yeah. And then, if you weren't a ski racer, what would you do and why?
I would be a surfer, just because I like the beach and it seems like the life.
What kinds of things do you struggle with in training?
A lot of times I struggle with line choice and just pushing myself to the limit every day. So sometimes during my first runs I'll DNF, but that's just because I was pushing the line and trying to see how fast I could actually go.
What ski racer did you look up to when you were our age?
Eric Schlopey. I don't know if you guys know that name.
I do not.
Yes.
My dad actually grew up with Eric. They were best friends until about high school, and then they kind of went their separate ways and went to different colleges, stuff like that. And then Eric made the team. But I always would go to the race at Beaver Creek and watch Eric. I have a picture signed by him in my room hanging up, but he was definitely my motivation just because of all the stories I hear from my dad and knowing that I could eventually make it someday.
What has been the most challenging part of your career?
Injuries. I haven't actually been injured that much, but the very last run of my training day, which was actually the day before I would go to my nationals, I hooked up a little early and hooked my ski on a GS gate, and it like twisted me around and tore my MCL, and it put me out right before the nationals, which was a huge bummer. But I would say just, being injured and seeing everyone else go out there and race, knowing that you can't really do it and you just have to sit there. That's a rough part of ski racing, but I think it helps you realize once you do get back on the snow that you appreciate it that much more and you try that much harder.
All right, so that's a pretty odd question, but do you have to pee before every race?
Yeah.
Do you have any advice to us young racers?
I would say just know that someday it might not be happening now, maybe it is happening now, but something will click in your racing and you think about something in a different way and it helps you in the course, and then you just start getting faster and faster and faster, and you have to take the good stuff and keep that and block out the bad stuff and just leave it behind. As much as you might think that you're stuck on something, you just have to let it go and focus on how you're improving and how you can keep improving.
Who would win in a fight between Spider-Man and Batman?
I would say Batman. I think
Why?
he has just more technology and stuff to get out of the webs. He might be a little bit smarter than Spider-Man too.
Yeah.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
I'm going back home to Glenwood, and I have about 13 first cousins, so we have 40 people at our Thanksgiving, and we have a huge feast. We need a lot of food.
Nice. Other than skiing, what do most of your friends know about you?
I missed a lot of school. So all my friends in high school, they would never see me. I would always be gone, and all they would think is just gone skiing, having fun skiing. But it's actually a lot of work, and all they know is I was always skiing.
Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 500 duck-sized horses?
One horse-sized duck.
And what is your favorite part of ski racing?
When you go down a course and you get down, you think, wow, that was fun. And that's what keeps me doing it every day, because it is a lot of work once you get to higher levels. But when you can go down a course and get down and be like, wow, that was a lot of fun, I want to do that again, that's why I keep doing it every day. So.
Scott Wink was pleased to meet you. Thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule. I know to come and do this.
My pleasure.
What have you been training?
I've been training, so when we first got here, we were in with the speed guys. We were training downhill and Super G almost every day. And we've kind of focused, the last 3 days have been slalom, and now we're moving into GS before the races here in GS, or in Copper.
Copper? Yeah, it's going to be on the 10th? Is it? No, 28th, 29th at Copper?
Yeah.
That race? And that is what, a NORAM level or
No, it's just a fist race.
FIS? What do you like to do best?
Super G.
Ah, sweet little guy. Are you guys training here, you're just pretty much here all week?
Yeah, so we are here until Beaver Creek, and then I'll be forerunning the downhill and Super G. And then we go to Canada for NORAMs in Lake Louise.
How do you stack up in the NORAM?
We'll see this year. Last year I was consistent top 30 rank, like overall.
Right, that's good.
I had a good GS race. I went from bib 63 to 9 by the end.
Did you get a Biddle award?
They do not hand those out anymore.
Oh, come
It's a
on.
bummer.
Just in junior dollar team races, right? Well, that's kind of nifty that you're climbing the ladder.
Yeah, I should. My goal for this year. We set goals before we started. My goal is a GS and Super G title in the NORAM circuit. So
At NORAM, I don't think a lot of people really realize how aggressive that NORAM circuit is. I've brought, I don't know, probably 20 or 30 kids into NORAM, and every single one of them, when I thought they could be ready to compete, we couldn't even make the flip.
Yeah.
I mean, the competition's so aggressive.
especially
I feel anyways. It's pretty impressive on the talent, and how much of it is out there.
Exactly, and I think this year with the points change
Mhm.
going on, a lot of the better guys are just going to focus on NORAMs instead of, they could usually go to FIS races and score, but now
Do you like the new point change?
I do. It's kind of inconvenient for me just because I'm at a point where I'm deciding between the team and college,
Mm-hmm.
and it's hard to be on the NORAM circuit and still pass your classes and go to college.
What school are you going to?
I don't know yet.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
19, so you're doing some post-grad work? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Or PG, I mean?
So this is my second PG year. And, we'll see how it goes. If I start to perform and get up to the World Cup, then,
Then you move on.
yeah, it could be a little bit of a different story. But
Get
I'm
up to
still,
World Cup, done with school, go off skiing.
No, I'm definitely going to college at some point.
Good for you, yeah, for sure.
And I think I'm going to just try to knock out a few classes in the spring when I have time. But it's, like, I ski a lot more now with the team than I ever did with a club.
That's pretty neat that that they at least got the venue open, that you can get over there and train. The snow looks just perfect over there.
It is. I'm pretty excited for it.
When you're here, do you stay at home here, or do you guys try to stay together as a group? Or
We
both?
are actually staying over by the Super B lift
Super B?
in some condos right there.
Well, hey, thanks. That was pretty neat that you took time out. We really appreciate it. I know that. These guys do, and we're here till Saturday, I think, and hope that we run across you.
Yeah, definitely.
Good luck on your goals.
What are you guys' lanes like the next few days?
Great snow, just like you. We're right, obviously we're right next door to you, and there's a lot of teams training. So, we're from Michigan, so having an opportunity to train in the mountains,
Yeah.
we really try to want to hit it hard. Wish there's a little bit more free skiing, but the free skiing that is here is really good.
It is.
So-
I like Copper. Right now, at this time in the year,
Mhm.
there's no place I'd rather be than Copper.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Just because, I feel like there's an energy here. Everyone's so excited to start the season that it's
Especially over there at the competition center where everybody's at. It's just, with all the national teams here and guys like yourself that are such high-level athletes and skiers and representing the country, and your team, it's over there, that's everybody. So you just, whether you're standing next to you or Lindsey Vaughn or any type of national team, they're training right next to you, and it's just everybody's here for the same purpose.
Yeah.
And I feel your vibe on that, for sure.
Yeah, it's cool. You can, these guys get to the top of the lift and they can see
Yeah.
Lindsay and everyone right over there. Just
There's nothing like it.
Mhm. It's awesome.
Well, thanks. I really appreciate your time.
Yeah.
I'll let you get back on the road. And you done here at LA, Alicia?
Yes, we are.
Nice.
We are.
Nice to
Thank
meet you
you.
guys.
And nice
Yeah,
meeting you.
thank you.
I'll try to. Are you guys training